Hey, 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 Grace! Pastor Jeff, it is Thursday. I am back from vacation and I am here to share some announcements for you and give you your regular weekly update. This Sunday, 9 o'clock in the parking lot, we will continue our outdoor services. I will be preaching on the topic of the Holy Spirit, so that'll be great. If you choose to come this week, we will be meeting out there as we have the last few weeks. Please bring a mask or be prepared to stay 6 feet apart. We want to be a good witness to our neighbors. Also, next Sunday, the 23rd, we will be doing an additional venue indoors for the 9 o'clock time. We will still have the outdoor service, or you can listen in your cars, or you can go into the sanctuary, be protected maybe from any of the weather concerns, and watch the live stream of the parking lot on the big screen in the sanctuary. That's our hope. So that would then give us 4 ways to experience the worship service starting next Sunday, the 23rd. Number 1 being in person, number 2 being in your car, number 3 being in the sanctuary, number 4 being in your pajamas at home watching it on YouTube. The YouTube will still be available at 11 o'clock. Everything else will be here live at 9. A couple other quick things that are going on in our church. We are going to need some more tech volunteers. As you can imagine, with everything that's gone on in the last couple months with the virus, we have to change a lot of what we're doing and how we're doing it. We realized we need more people to help with tech if we're going to keep doing this live stream and pre-record and recording and all that stuff. So you don't have to be tech savvy. We can train you to help with things like slides or cameras or recording or sound, those types of things. Please let us know, office@gracelongmont.org. We did have another death in our church the last week. Carl Keener, who a lot of you know, he was here for many years. He was at Sandstone when we opened Sandstone. He passed away and went to be with the Lord this last week. He is a part of the Potter family, and the Potters have been a key part of Grace Church for a long time, even though they live out of state now. They're going to be coming back with his remains, and we will be having a funeral here Friday, August 21st. It will be outdoors, so everyone's invited. Please bring your own chair. That will be 9 o'clock Friday, August 21st. There's going to be a graveside service following that at the Green Lawn Cemetery in Berthoud, and there will be a visitation and viewing at the Howe Funeral Home from 5 to 7 the night before on Thursday. We want to invite you to that. Now, the one thing I wanted to bring up as an encouragement and maybe even a reminder or a challenge is with everything that's happening, we aren't necessarily having our big group meetings, and who knows when we can. Things like baseball are being played to an empty stadium, and schools are around the country are doing different things, and some churches in California where they're not allowed to meet or allowed to sing are being defiant and doing civil disobedience, and that's totally understandable for those types of restrictions. Obviously here in Colorado, everything has still been generally fair-handed to everyone involved, and there's not really a target at Christians yet. So we aren't really going to be able to meet as a big group or run a full children's ministry yet. But here's what I wanted to say about that. The early church didn't have huge buildings either. And in fact, as the church was taking over the Roman Empire and making huge differences, you know where they were meeting? They were meeting in homes. And one of the things I think about what ministry will look like after COVID is that our small group ministry, which we were hoping to prioritize anyway for the sake of making disciples, is going to become a practical necessity, and we really are going to be highlighting those. So if you're not in a small group, I would encourage you to sign up. Again, office@gracelongmont.org. We will find a group for you. Let us know. We are going to be doing more training for small group leaders. We're going to be publishing where and when people can meet. If you can gather your group in a home to participate on Sundays or to participate on other content that we put out here, or just to see each other, that is going to become even more so the lifeblood of Grace Church. And it is not a bad thing. It's a different thing. It's a change. Who knows whether what it used to be like will ever come back. But if you go all the way back to the first century, this is what it used to be like. And even if the government takes on more of turning the screws on Christians and on churches' ability to gather, this is what it looked like then. And the government then, under Nero and Domitian and the emperors of the first century, forced Christians into homes to meet as small groups, and it was unbelievably healthy. It was unbelievably impactful. So we want to get that right. And heading into the fall, that's what we're going to be focusing on. But I just want to encourage you with that and challenge you with that. The onus is on every one of us to make those connections. And so please do that. Thank you for a great congregational meeting. I was on vacation, and I'm sorry that I missed it. But I heard it went really well, and we're going to continue to be working towards some of the things that we talked about there, like a new constitution and bylaws, so that we can be legal and biblical in how and why we do things the way we do. And we're going to continue to be leaning into and praying through how we expand our pastoral staff again to 5 pastors. But for now, 4 is enough, and we'll continue on that and take our time and seek out the Spirit. Please come out on Sunday or watch on Sunday, and we'll be talking even more about the Spirit. Until next time, I'm Jeff.